Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. I'll zoom in a little bit. So I'm coming on here with something a little different. It's nighttime. I wasn't planning to upload this week because I kind of wanted to take like a little break or whatever, but I'm just like, I'm itching. I've been itching to make this video. So this is a story time video. Normal little unicorn thing. Of when I randomly ruptured my eardrum. So this was in the summer, like a few months ago. I think it happened in like June, sometime in June, because I missed Canada Day because I was sick or whatever. So it was like a week or so I was fighting this cold for a while, and when I finally kind of got it to die down, I started to get really congested. So I'm just like, okay, like what's going on? So Friday comes and like I'm fine. I think this is the day before Canada Day. Is Canada Day in June or July? Way to be Canadian. July 1st. So this is June 31st or June 30th or whatever. So I get home, do my regular, eat or whatever, lay down. And like as I'm winding down or whatever, I don't know why it's in this right now. My ear starts to get plugged up. So I'm like, okay, this is normal. Like my eardrums are weird, like the pressure in it and everything is weird. They pop a lot when I fly and I have issues flying and all that stuff. And when I got sick, like I think January, I had flew with a flu. I was sick, so I was flying really congested and fucked up my ear. Sorry, messed up my ear. And on my way back from New York, for like a week or so, I couldn't really hear out of one of my ears. So I thought it was just that, or like sometimes I get compressed wax in my ear because my ear produces like a lot of earwax, so I would get my ear flushed every so often. So I thought it was that. So I'm like, it's okay, like tomorrow like I'll clean my ears or whatever. If it doesn't get better, I'll try and pop it. I wake up Saturday morning and bitch, could I hear? Where was my hearing? I was in bed and I'm like la 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 la, like I was like la la and nothing. I couldn't hear shit out of my ear. Okay, so I'm freaking out at this point or whatever, and I'm like, okay, we need to go to the doctor. So I find the nearest walk-in clinic. I go to the walk-in clinic. The doctor sees me and he's just like, I can't really see anything. It looks like your ear is like has compressed wax, or it could be like sinus congestion. So he prescribes me some like earwax softener, and I go home. So I come home, I try everything. I try steaming my nose, I try taking a hot shower, I try yawning, I try sneezing, I try coughing, I try putting water in my ear, I try fucking everything, and nothing is working. And I'm freaking out at this point because as the day goes by, I can't hear anything out of my ear. So I do the wax softener, let it sit. I don't like putting stuff in my ear, but I do the wax softener, let it sit, drain it out or whatever. 5 minutes later, I hear and I start to flip my shit. I'm like, what is going on? I start bawling, I'm crying, I'm screaming or whatever, and I look to my left and there's blood and like, sorry guys, it's getting a little there's like blood and fluid coming out of my ears. So I'm like, hold up, wait, hold up, bitch, what? So I run back downstairs, I have my car, I go to the walk-in clinic again. I'm just like, listen, I was just here, you gave me some wax softener, now I can't hear, my ear is draining liquid, like what's going on? And at this point, as it's draining liquid, it's making like a like a pressure noise. Every time it leaks, it's making a pressure noise. And then I felt like my head was about to roll off my fucking body. Like the pain was like wisdom tooth pain. What the actual fuck is going on? So he's just like, okay, it could be an ear infection or whatever. So he gives me eardrops, Ciprodex, and he gives me, no, he doesn't give me eardrops, he gives me amoxicillin. So I come home, I take the amoxicillin, and I'm crying, I'm freaking out, I'm like, I can't hear, my ears are like getting worse, and I try to sleep, and it was to the point like where my mom would call me in the hallway or in front of my door, and I can't hear unless she's in my face. Like I can hear if I put my other ear out or whatever, but like if my ear is like this. If you're not in my face, I am not hearing you, okay? So the day goes by and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I wake my mom up and I'm like, we have to go to the emergency. I feel like shit. And I'm not the one to complain about like pain or anything, but I'm like, we gotta go to the emergency like right now, like now. So my mom gets up 2 o'clock in the morning, drives me to Trillium Hospital in Mississauga. I see a nurse in the ER or whatever, and he checks my ear and he's just like, you have a otis something something, basically an ear infection in my inner ear, and or outer ear, extra something, I don't know. He's like, yeah, you have an ear infection, there's a lot of fluid buildup. And I'm like, can you take it out? Like, it was to the point where if I flashed my light in my ear or I took a picture, you could see like discharge. I wouldn't even consider it pus, it was discharge. So I guess what happened, I guess from sneezing and blowing my nose, I ruptured my eardrum, or something happened, but I think I ruptured my eardrum. So he's just like, yeah, it could have been like, he's like, I can't see, there's too much fluid, it's either your eardrum ruptured or you have an infection in your ear canal and it's just causing a lot of discharge and stuff from the infection itself. So he prescribed me Ciprodex, which is eardrops for my ear to take the infection out. So took the eardrops or whatever, went home, and as the night went by, my ear was getting worse and worse and worse and worse. So I started to panic because I'm like, the eardrops aren't working. I'm researching about the ear infection and the eardrops, and it's like some people are saying it's giving them tinnitus, which is that constant ringing in your ear, or they haven't been able to hear after a ruptured eardrum ever again, or the Ciprodex eardrops messed up their ear in some type of way. So I'm like freaking out now and crying every day and whatever. I kid you not, that entire weekend I went to the ER Friday, I went to the ER Saturday, I went to the ER Sunday, and I went to the ER Monday, because I'm like, I'm not getting the answers that I want to hear. Like, what the fuck is going on with my ear? So I'm crying every day, I'm praying every day, I'm doing all this stuff, and as the weeks goes by, yes, I said weeks goes by, my ear started to get better. And I kid you not, it probably took a whole month and a few days for me to get my hearing back 100%. Like, no word of a lie. It was like the most uncomfortable experience in my entire life. I had lost like so much weight from being like depressed about it, because I'm like, imagine like having your hearing one day and then not having it the next. Like, it was just crazy. I kid you not, like while I had that ear infection for that month, the only time I could hear was when I was at church. I swear. Like, the only time this ear would stop hurting me, where I'd be able to hear like good, like okay, was when I was at church. If I wasn't at church, like my ear was giving me a lot of problems. It was just a really crazy experience. What I can say, what helped me with my ear was the garlic pills, because garlic is like a healing herb, like it helps with infections. And my grandma, like for a week, she would come over every night and wrap garlic. Like, she'd cut the garlic clove, wrap it in cotton, and stick it in my ear. So not to a point where it's down in your ear canal, but like in there. And what that did was drain the infection, draw the infection out, and do all of that stuff. And I kid you not, when I started doing that for like the last week or so, my hearing was like back. And the last thing that happened was my ear had to pop. So then I went back to the doctors, and he saw me, the same doctor that was basically seeing me when I went like 5 or 6 times. He was probably just like, this bitch is crazy. He saw me, he's just like, there's no sign of a ruptured eardrum. And I'm like, there is a God, because this entire time it was just like, you have a ruptured eardrum, you have an ear infection, you have a ruptured eardrum, you have an ear infection. The entire time he was telling me like, it's just an ear infection, it will go away over time, your hearing will come back, like there's no holes, there's no nothing. And I'm just like, this is what happens when you trust in God. Like, and it just taught me a lot during that time, and to be grateful and to be thankful for a lot of things, because it was scary. Like, I would start my car And the ding 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 noise in my car, like when I was starting, like the seatbelt noise, or like using my fob key to get in the basement, it literally sounded like a dying toy. Like, you know when you have a toy that makes sound and the batteries start to die? That's what my ear sounded like. I couldn't hear my windows go up and down. I couldn't even hear the freaking cars go by outside with my windows down. Like, it was scary. But this is my little story time. It went from like funny to not funny to serious to lesson learned, but I've never done a story time on my channel before. But yeah, this is pretty much the end of the video. I didn't upload yesterday, which was Thursday, so I'm gonna try to edit this video tonight and get it up for Friday at 5. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you want any more story times, you know, like I got a lot of stories in life or whatever, and like life is good right now, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. But I'm gonna go because I'm talking a lot of shit. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, and if you're wondering, this is like I just jumped up, like shoot. I got this onesie from Urban Planet if you live in Canada. It's a cute little onesie. Let me zoom out. It's by the brand at Urban Planet called Cabin Fever, bitch. It's cute. It's a little zip-up onesie with a hood or whatever, and like, you know, like it covers your legs and stuff. Sit down now. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Let me know if you guys like story time videos or whatever. And if you're a YouTuber, and let me zoom back in. If you're a YouTuber and you watch my videos or whatever, and you want to collab, email me, inbox me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. All my social media handles and email is below or are below. So if you're interested in collabing on a little video, let me know. I don't have a lot of subscribers, but yeah, it's cool. We work into that. And also, if you have any like products or merch or anything that you're working on personally, email me and I can probably feature it in a video. I'm thinking when I get to like 300, 350 subscribers, which may be a while, I don't know, give or take, I'm gonna do a little giveaway. There's just a lot of stuff that I'm hoping I can bring to my channel very soon, because like every time I want to leave YouTube because I'm feeling down, something just brings me right back, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's pretty much my relationship with YouTube, but we'll get there. Patience and the right people and the right energy and the right supporters and all that stuff. But I hope this video was like okay in some kind of way, I don't know, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.